You're born into smoke. Not the poetic kind, not incense or candlelight. No, this smoke comes from busted chimneys and burning tenements, from the city gasping through the Great Depression like it's been punched in the lungs. It's 1932. New York is broke, angry, and damp, and you show up just in time to make things worse.
Bruh.
Your first breath tastes like lead paint and mold. You enter the world in the back of a butcher shop, because hospitals cost money, and dignity's already out of stock. Your dad? Gone. No funeral, no body, no answers. He left behind a screwdriver, a comb, and enough debt to choke a bank teller. Your mom? She's tough. The kind of woman who can clean a knife wound with vodka and still make it to her night shift. She doesn't cry anymore. That luxury got repossessed around the time rent went up and your father didn't come home. There are no lullabies. Just arguing neighbors, gunshots in the distance, and the occasional drunk yelling about Roosevelt. Your crib is a dresser drawer. Your baby blanket? A coat you'll grow into by age 5. Your first toy? A chipped coffee mug with a crack down the middle. Symbolic, but unintentional. No one smiles when they see you. They just nod like, yep, another one. Another poor kid. Another mouth to feed. Another name that won't make the papers unless it's in the crime section. Congratulations. You're a Spiderman. But you're not swinging from skyscrapers. You're crawling out of poverty. You don't grow up. You just get older in the same busted apartment, one cracked tile at a time. By age 6, you've already figured out 3 ways to keep warm without heat. None of them work, but points for creativity. The radiator hisses like it's warning you. The faucet never stops dripping. The wallpaper peels in slow motion, like even the walls are trying to leave. Your bed? A couch with exposed springs and a faint smell of cigarettes that were smoked before you were born. Your hobby? Killing roaches before dinner. You keep score. By 8, you're hitting double digits nightly. Your mom holds the whole place together, by force of will and nicotine. She works 3 shifts and still comes home with a smile that says, I'm fine, don't ask. You don't. She never talks about your father. Not anymore. You asked once, around age 9. She lit a cigarette, stared through the window like it owed her money, and said, some men don't leave, they vanish. That was the last time his name came up. By 10, you're in school. Technically. The building's cold in the winter, hotter than sin in the summer, and filled with kids who smell like disappointment and cheap soap. Your teachers are tired. Not just physically, existentially. They teach like they're being blackmailed. Your homeroom smells like chalk dust and regret. You raise your hand once. It doesn't help. You learn how to read people before you learn how to read novels. You know which hallways get you jumped, which stairwells the mean kids own, and which exits are closest when things go sideways. You learn how to avoid attention, how to fake sleep in class, how to disappear in plain sight. You're not a troublemaker. You're a survivor with a backpack, and even that gets stolen once. You're 15, and you're a junior reporter for the Daily Bugle, which is a fancy way of saying they let you write about missing cats as long as you shut up and don't touch the real stories. But you can't help it. You're nosy and broke, and itching to expose something big enough to matter. So when you catch wind of an anonymous tip about ancient stolen artifacts being stashed in the warehouse near the docks, you don't report it. You don't tell an editor. You grab your camera, your coat, and your worst decision of the week. The warehouse is quiet. Too quiet. You slip in through a busted window and immediately regret it. It's colder than it should be. The air tastes like rusted nails and old secrets. You weave between stacks of crates with words like confiscated and do not open. And, of course, you open one. Inside is a statue, jet black, 8-legged, and humming. Not like a machine, like it knows something. You lean in to snap a photo, and that's when it lunges. A spider, big, fast, and mean, shoots out from behind the idol and buries its fangs into your hand. You scream, fall backward, try to crush it. Too late. It scurries back into the shadows like it clocked out for the day. You stumble, sweat pours down your neck, and then... flashlight, voices, security. You try to run, but your legs stop listening. They find you slumped behind a crate, half-conscious, babbling something about a spider god. Next thing you know, you're tied to a chair in some back room with a headache that feels biblical. That's when the dreams start. You see the spider god, all fangs and shadows dripping in silk. It doesn't speak, but somehow you hear it. They devour the weak, so devour them back. It shows you images, corruption, violence, men laughing over graves, men who call themselves kings while dancing on bones. Then, it shows you. No smile, no mercy, mask on, judgment in your hands. You wake up still tied to the chair, only now, the rope snaps like string, your hands burn with strength. Your pulse is different, sharper. You kick the door on its hinges, and just like that, you're out. Out of the room, out of the warehouse, out of who you used to be. You're fresh off a warehouse escape and already halfway up the side of a building before you realize you didn't jump. You climbed. On the wall, like some freak in a trench coat. You don't know how, you just know it felt right. The next few weeks are a blur of rooftops, broken jaws, and trial and error acrobatics. You learn you can lift a grown man over your head. You learn you can dodge a punch before it's even thrown. You also learn that webs are gross, organic, and seem to come out when you're nervous, which is often. But the big lesson? Fists don't scare criminals. Guns do. You find your first piece during a break-in gone wrong. Guy pulls a pistol on you. You knock him out, stare at the gun for 10 full seconds. Then, you take it, and you don't put it down. You tell yourself it's just for backup. But when a mob enforcer points a shotgun at a tied-up family, you don't weapon. You shoot first. By 20, you're done pretending there's a line. You wear black head to toe. Not for stealth, for intent. You don't want to disappear. You want them to know you're coming and still not be able to stop you. The webbing pulls them in. Your fists knock them down. But your gun, that ends conversations. You walk into speakeasies mid-deal and throw bodies on the table like playing cards. You interrogate people by dangling them off rooftops and letting them see the iron in your belt. Sometimes you fire it, sometimes you don't. Depends on the night. Depends on the man. You don't kill everyone, but the ones you do, no one misses them. By 25, the city's learned your rhythm. You work alone, you strike fast, and you never leave the mask at home. The press calls you the Spiderman. Mobsters call you a problem that shoots back. You've become the thing they whisper about in alleyways, a shadow with trigger discipline. You're 30, and you don't flinch anymore. Not at gunshots, not at screams, not at the face staring back at you in the mirror. Eyes bloodshot, jaw clenched, dried blood in the corner of your lip that you're not even sure is yours. You've become efficient, quiet, ruthless, and lonely. You used to keep count of takedowns, of bullets, of bodies. You've stopped. Somewhere around victim number, I was doing what had to be done. You realize the numbers didn't make you better. They just made you tired. You still wear the coat, still carry the gun, still patrol rooftops like a ghost with rent to pay. But it doesn't feel the same. The city's quieter now. Organized crime has gone underground. Literally. People say it's because of you. Some say it with fear, some say it with relief. No one says it with thanks. You used to dream about your spider god. Now, it watches. Silently. Like it's waiting for something. Like even it's not sure you made the right call. Maybe it wanted vengeance. But maybe it didn't mean this much. Maybe it wanted balance, not blood. You're starting to wonder if there's a difference between them and you. You don't shoot every night. But when you do, it's clean, fast, necessary. At least that's what you tell yourself. But lately, you're not so sure. Your mask is starting to feel heavy, not physically, spiritually. It used to make you feel untouchable. Now it just makes you feel hidden. From them, from the world, from yourself. You're 38, And the city's still full of monsters wearing suits. You've outlasted most of them. Webbed them to light poles, dropped them off rooftops, put bullets in the ones who wouldn't learn. But they always grow back, like weeds with lawyers. Tonight, you follow a tip. Anonymous, detailed. Too good to ignore. A judge on the take. A warehouse full of evidence. Midnight meeting. You go. Not for justice. You gave up on that a long time ago. You go because it's what you do. The place is empty. Quiet. You move like muscle memory. Crack open a crate, and there it is. Ledgers, names, payoffs. Everything needed to bring half the city down. You exhale. Relief. The tip was real. You did it. Then you feel it. Cold steel, punching through your chest like a sledgehammer. One breath. That's all it took. One exhale of relief, and your guard dropped just long enough to numb the spider sense. You stagger back, drop the ledger. Blood hits the floor first. You crawl outside. Your legs give halfway. You slump against a brick wall, rain sliding down your mask like the city's washing its hands of you. You try to stand. Try to web something. Try to finish what you started. But your body's already letting go. There's no backup. No final words. Just a man in a coat bleeding into the cracks of a city that never said thank you. They'll find you in the morning. Gun cold. Heart stopped. Mask still on. No headlines, no fanfare. Just the end. The same way it always was. Alone.